folks. I'm Dawn Herring, founder of Refresh with Dawn Herring,
where art and joy align.
Wow, there's a whole bunch of bird activity going on this morning. Here, I'll give you another view. This is my new studio. I'm still so happy about this. Are you ready to listen to the message you are given that tells you what will make your heart sing? Hello, friends, creatives, journal keepers, small business owners, and those who are looking to find their creative voice. I'm Dawn Herring, founder of Refresh with Dawn Herring, where art and joy align. Yes, and I just wanted to hop on here live to announce and spread the fabulous word about what's happening here at Refresh with Dawn Herring that's brand new. As we have entered spring in the Northern Hemisphere. I know everybody's celebrating that right now. And I am just really excited that I have launched a brand new series called my Beginnings Watercolor Series in my art store. It's a compilation of 12 watercolor paintings that I created between 2012 and 2016. And the reason why this is so important to me is because this was a time frame in my life as an artist and creator and designer where I was discovering a brand new medium of watercolor for the first time. Yes. And this was really, really exciting for me. I was dabbling in something that I'd never tried before, but it always fascinated me for years when I saw watercolor paintings, you know, in my goings about, and I always had a fascination with it. I always wanted to learn about it, but I didn't really get into it until I was in my 40s. Yes, it's been 8 years since I discovered the wonders of watercolor, and I wanted to share these paintings that I did. They're not all part of it. I mean, I have a lot more paintings that I didn't share, but the ones that I chose for this series, I'm calling Beginnings, because that's when I was just getting started with playing with watercolor. And there was a little bit of gouache in there too, which is opaque watercolor as well. There's a couple of paintings that have a little bit of that in them as well. But I have released them brand new in my art store. You can go to the link in my bio and it will tell you Beginnings Watercolor Series. You just click on that link and it will take you right to the collections page on my Society 6 store, and I can show you what it looks like on my iPad. Let me just go back where I was. Show you the collections page so you know what it looks like. And I'm very excited about this launch. I really am. To have these 12 paintings that I've chosen for this collection available now in my art store. So this is really exciting for me. So this is the page where you can see the collection of, now this one here at the top, I chose this particular design to put up first because it has very special significance to me. And I'm going to show it to you. I have a book that I keep my paintings in. And I'm going to actually open it up. I have a book that I keep them in. And I thought I would show them to you from in here. This is the original painting that I created. That's the original. And this particular painting I call Loose, Loose. And it was inspired based on my experience, especially as a child, when my mother would give me a gift, because she always wrapped the gifts in ribbon, which I would have to cut loose in order to open the gift. And so that particular painting is the first one that's on my collection page here. And it's not only available in print. You can get a print, a frame print, or a canvas of this painting. But there's also products that the painting is on, which is really exciting to me. There's pillows and travel mugs and trays and things for your kitchen, and there's stickers and stationery, you know, like greeting cards and just all kinds of fun stuff in my art store. And that's just one of 12 that I have made available there. And I just wanted to share that with you today. I'm so excited about the launch of this. And this one here, I believe that one's called Deep. And let's see. Keep going up. Let me see. This one is called Energy. If you can see that. And then I've got, this one is called Transition. This one was particularly inspired, see if you can see that, was particularly inspired by my love of leaves. And when I used to go for walks in the autumn in another neighborhood I lived in previous to this one. And I took a lot of photographs of leaves on the ground, you know, as they were falling off the trees. And I did that painting with the leaves as inspiration. So that's one of the paintings as well. And I'll just keep going up so you can see them all. Isn't that cool? That one is called Potential. This one right here. And then this one is called Rooted. It's basically an image of a tree with other trees on the side, and the roots are really prominent in the design, so I called it Rooted. You can see that. And then I've got, oh, this one's really fun. This one is Kaleidoscope. You know those kaleidoscopes where you used to look in the hole and there would be all this design all around, you know, almost like a, you know, just a mix of different colors? Well, that's what this one reminds me of. So I called it Kaleidoscope. Yep. So I just thought I would share the news about this. This particular one is called, okay, if I can remember the name. There's 12 paintings and I have to remember all the names. Abound. This one is called Abound. And the reason why I called it that was because as I was painting it, it gave me the feeling of it being further out. You know, like as if it was expansive, you know, like it abounded instead of it just being in this, you know, inside the space of the watercolor paper. I felt like I was just capturing a small part of it on the paper as I was painting. So that was a really cool experience. And then this one is called Floating. A bunch of colorful circles all floating around together. Oh my goodness, that was so much fun to paint. That one particularly was made with gouache watercolor. So I had fun with that. And then I have this one here, is called Framework. That was one of my very first paintings that I did, which was a lot of fun to do. A lot of stippling. And then there's this one here called Tapestry in Translation. It's got some really interesting markings on it, with red and green as the primary colors. And then I've got, this one is called Release, and that is just a really fun, intuitive stippling that I did with watercolor. So those are the paintings that I wanted to share with you. There's 12 of them in total, and I just had such a blast creating this work. I really did. Watercolor is just, it's a fabulous medium that can be a challenge to work with depending on how much water you use and how you mix your colors. It's a very, it's the kind of medium that you really just have to experiment with to see what it will do for you. And as I was determining this and as I was playing with this new medium, it just did something for me that I've never experienced before. And I think one of the reasons why I loved tapping into it so much is because I was choosing, instead of creating an image from an image, which is what I had done up to that point, I was just creating from my heart and my mind and my soul. I was just putting it on the paper. I was just letting my paintbrush go where it wanted to go, and choosing colors that I was drawn to. I still do it that way even today. That's why I call myself an intuitive watercolor painter, because I don't generally do still lifes or landscapes, although some of my paintings may look like a landscape, but it's not meant to be one. It's just more of a, I guess it's more abstract. I'm more of an abstract intuitive watercolor painter than anything else. And so it has really given me space to express myself in a whole new way. I mean, I love drawing, things that are meaningful to me. Like I'm an illustrator too. I also do hand lettering and illustration, which are also available in my art store with my Joy design series that I created and released in December of last year. And I really do enjoy, drawing objects and things that are meaningful to me, in relation to whatever the message is that I'm putting out. But with watercolor, although I did replicate a couple of things in my art journal when I first started playing with it in my art journal, but when I started doing the actual paintings on watercolor paper, I didn't replicate for the most part. It was just more of an expression from inside of myself, and that's what made it so important to me to have that available to me. And it's a very empowering medium for me. That's really what it is. And so that's why I decided that I wanted to share these 12 paintings in my Beginnings Watercolor Series that you can now access through the link in my bio. If you want to follow that link, it will take you to my collection page. Now, not all of the products may necessarily be available on that collection page, so you're welcome to just click on one of the items that are of interest to you, and then more stuff will come up when you go directly into the art store, as far as, the full-scale art store where all of my designs are available. You're welcome to check that out and see if there's anything you like. And do let me know which painting inspires you and brings you joy when you look at it, because I would really love to get your feedback. Yes, I would. So, I just wanted to let you know about that launch today on this spring equinox in the Northern Hemisphere. I'm very excited to have this going on in my store. It's very exciting to me. And so that's pretty much what I came on here to share. Now, before I let you go, I just wanted to let you know about some resources that I have for you if you are interested in journal keeping, or you either want to start one or you already have started one and you need a little bit of inspiration, or you'd like to have something to run with. I have 2 downloadable PDFs. One is called the Art of Journaling Toolbox, and the other one is called the Art of Journaling Prompt Playbook. These PDFs are available when you subscribe. The Toolbox has 7 power tools of journal keeping that I use in my personal journaling practice, that helps you keep it fresh and lively and inspiring. And then the Prompt Playbook has 31 prompts, questions, and image suggestions, and you can use them however you want. The purpose of that is to just give you something to work with so that you don't have to sit there and wonder, what am I going to write in my next journal entry? Well, you can start with one of the prompts that I provide, and there's even a colorful tracker that I included, so you can mark off the days that you actually keep a journal, and that will help you see how consistent you are being. And of course, the whole reason that I've created these PDF downloads is to give you impetus toward a journaling practice that brings you joy and feels personally empowering, because that's what I want for you. That's what I desire for you if you want to keep a journal. So I just thought I would let you know about that. And the link, of course, is in my bio if you want to subscribe and get those resources. And then, of course, you'll be hearing from me as I share with you my artistic journey, and I will give you tips on how to find your creative voice. So that is pretty much what I wanted to share today. Thanks so much for watching the replay, and may joy align with your creative heart. Happy spring.